3 seconds. 2, 3, 1.
Hey, sir. You ready? Hello, hello, hello. My God, we've got breaking news tonight. Breaking news tonight. This news has just come in to our studio. We have a very special guest, none other than Mr. John Barnett, a powerful activist, and so much more. He's in the green room, getting ready to come on. We're giving you a few seconds to jump on with us live right now. Again, this is breaking news. Breaking news. There's some news in the case of Mr. Ahmaud, and we want you to hear it live from Brunswick, Georgia. We're getting everybody on. There you go. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming on. Thank you. Share with as many people as possible. We got none other than John Barnett that's in the green room that's getting ready to come on. So we're gonna go ahead and bring him on so we can do the introduction of who he is, and then we'll jump into the case. Hello, sir. There he is. Hello, sir. How you doing?
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
We are doing wonderful. We are doing wonderful. We are so happy to have you on. Been wanting to get you on for a long time anyway. Hated that it had to be under these circumstances, but one thing I know is that God is so good, and that for some this is going to be great news, and we hope to follow it even further. But before we jump into that, to give people more time to get on, guys, please share. Pastor Hewitt, Pastor B, Daily Living. Y'all know who we are. Y'all know how we do it. But we've got breaking news. The man on the screen is none other than Mr. John Barnett. John Barnett, tell us who you are, a Thug. Tell us who you are. John Barnett, president and founder of Thug. Talk about it.
Well, first and foremost, I'm your little brother. I'm your little brother.
Yes, sir.
That's
how you
right.
Doing?
Your little big brother.
Yeah.
And first, I'm glad to be on your show. Of course, we connected maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah. In another bad situation.
Yeah, when my lawyer won a lawsuit down in your city of Hartsville, Mr. Jimmy Lee Blackwell,
Yes,
who
sir.
unfortunately was beat so bad by the police that he lost his left eye. Eye had to be removed. So that's literally, we met on those terms. So I'm glad to be on your show tonight. But for those that may not know, my name is John C. Barnett, just a brother from the neighborhood, from Clover, South Carolina, in 94.
Shout out to Clover.
My brother, that may not know, my name is John C. Barnett. Just a brother from the neighborhood, from Clover, South Carolina. In 94, I watched my brother take his last breath after he was shot by my cousin Chris. 95, I went to the Million Man March. 61 speakers there that day. Stevie Wonder was there, and he told us that he couldn't see us, but he could feel our spirit.
Wow.
But they told us to go home and write one brother in prison. And of course, my brother was shot by my cousin Chris over a pair of tennis shoes. So I reached out to my brother's killer, started an organization. Now, on my way to the DC to the Million Man March, I was listening to Tupac Shakur. I was always impressed by his artistic ability. So I started a prison outreach when I got home, and I started it for my brother's killer and along with the rest of my friends in prison. And I came up with Thug. So Thug is kind of inspired by my faith in Christ, Tupac Shakur, and Malcolm X. If you put all of them in a bucket. Wow. Malcolm X's autobiography inspired me to do what I'm doing today. So I started True Healing Under God, went to the Million Man March. And at the Million Man March, I saw Minister Farrakhan on stage, and Reverend Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Johnny Cochran, and Martin Luther King III. And I didn't know 4 years later I would be eating dinner and building relationships with those individuals.
Wow.
Yep. In 2002, I started working with Reverend Sharpton. I wrote him in jail, just like I was writing my brother's killer in jail. Now, you don't know, in 1968, when Dr. King was alive, there were 320,000 black men in prison. And today, 2020, is 1.6 million black men in prison. Georgia isn't looking too good. They have 41,000 black men in jail since I'm in Georgia right now. And 70% are 70% of black men. I'm in South Carolina. We're number 3 in the country with the most blacks in jail. So I started to do more than just write inmates and visit them in jail. I wanted to prevent them from going to jail. So 2002, 2006, I worked with Reverend Sharpton. And then in 2008, when Obama got in office, we went full-time in civil rights. So presently, we're in 15 states. I'll be honest with you. Pastor Huey, civil rights is at an all-time high. We get 35 calls a week. We got 5,000 members in 15 states. We've gotten 17 cops fired and 27 people out of jail. So I literally love my job. I never know who I'm gonna wake up to in the morning, be it someone in San Francisco or Phoenix.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Wow. So tell me something. Where are you based out of? If, for folks that would, that want to talk to you, would like to have you come, I'm telling you, one of the most powerful speakers, guys. I'm telling you, and he's like an encyclopedia. And so, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
They would contact us on Facebook, going viral on CNN. We got John Barnett 1, John Barnett 2, Roman numeral 2, and John Barnett number 3, literally, because Facebook cuts you off at 5,000. On Instagram, yes. So we've gone viral several times with CNN, which is a blessing, the gift and the curse. And on Instagram, it's civil rights _CEO. And you can contact us. Our number. We have lawyers in 15 states. And Pastor Hugh, I'm always big on telling individuals that I did an interview this morning in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm always very bold on saying and telling people that when you need prayer, you call a pastor. You get sick, you call a doctor. You need a dentist when your tooth is hurting. But what do you do when you got a legal issue? And it's been said that out of 7 people out of those 7, 2 got a legal issue. And so it's important that our people get empowered legally. It's also important to know that in school they teach us math, science, and history, but they never teach us the law. The law is what Brother Arbery might have needed. Maybe he would have known the law not to engage someone, and not to be at this risk level where staying your own ground was probably something that the DA was pushing for. But he didn't see the mass national exposure that came about.
That's right. And like I say, you already know how that stand your ground law is anyway, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody this morning. Like I say, man, we tuning in. Shout out to John Barnett, founder of Thug, Truly Healing Under God, Ministries. John worked, with the brothers that's been locked up. John is like an activist, been putting in work for years. And like I say, this is an interview with him, and the Apostle Rod, and Pastor V, out of the church of out of the Church of Atlanta.
Change in this case today. So they can contact us at 803-412-6854. Again, that's a South Carolina number. That's where I was raised. 803-412-6854.
6854.
That's correct. 803.
Okay, let me get it on the screen. My people are working hard to get it on the screen. 803-412-6854.
That's correct. Yeah, and I'm sorry I talk fast. I got it from my grandma. Oh yeah, Cash App. That's correct. Yes, support the struggle. Dr. King died with that. Another history. Yeah, you're right. Encyclopedia is right. I have a photographic memory, so I remember what people tell me. Be it Reverend Sharpton or the Nation of Islam. So Malcolm X died with $313 in the bank, and Malcolm X, as you were, Dr. King had $1,000 in the bank. But now their name is worth millions. Now back then, $1,000 was like having $500,000. But just know that they had $1,000 in the bank, and Malcolm X had to borrow money from Alex Haley to get to Mecca. That's real talk.
Wow. I don't know if y'all noticed it yet. I told you he was like an encyclopedia. He really good.
And they can Google it. They can Google it at the same time.
Yeah. He don't matter. All right, let's make sure we got _CEO.
Okay, yeah, _CEO. See if civil rights _CEO. And then our Cash App is just what it says, Thug Civil Rights. It's money symbol, Thug Civil Rights. And I appreciate your support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And want you to, while we're doing this, while we're getting it together, tell us what it stands for. I know what it stands for. True, I don't want to say the rest. I want you to say it.
Okay. It stands for True Healing Under God. That's what I received when I wrote my brother's killer in prison. I received healing from God. It's the only way you can go and pray and eat dinner. And when he got out of jail, we had a service together called the Reconciliation Service, where we lit a candle together, and there was not a dry eye in the room. So I always tell people, don't fuss about women having your hair and your shoes, or don't be fussing because your homeboy stole your basketball. If I can forgive my brother's killer, surely I can see other people forgiving people for small sins.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's deep.
That's awesome.
That's deep, yo.
Yep. So now we're friends, we're blood, and life goes on. So, you know, he tells me about his nightmares, and I'll tell him that because you shot my brother, I've been blessed to be in 15 states, and I've sat at Michael Brown's funeral. I spoke, you know, in the streets of Sanford, Florida, for Trayvon Martin. I drove 17 hours from Charlotte to fight for the brothers Gina 6, who were going to prison for 20 years for a school fight, and we changed it to probation. One of those 6 brothers just became a lawyer, Michael Bell. So I always tell that a lot of times through death, change happens. You know, we really had to respect Tupac more when he died. We didn't get rights, and Dr. King never had a national holiday until he got shot on that balcony in Tennessee. And so it is with my brother's killer. I would still be working at the post office. I wouldn't be on this phone live, and I wouldn't be in Brunswick, Georgia right now. So I call it divine. I call it divine intervention. Very important to know that we're on this earth for a reason. A lot of people don't know. They just go to work, go home. Church members, you know, you got church members, church folks, and you got Christians. Church folks do the same thing every 52 Sundays out the year. You know, go to church, choir rehearsal, and go to corral, get some chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and go home and do that same cycle over for decades. Grandma been in church. Grandma been in church for years and ain't never asked her supervisor or her cousins if they saved. But you got a nice dress on for Easter now.
Wow.
So we literally.
I feel to tell y'all. Oh, he also a preacher too. He just running a little bit. Hey, we've got people that are on now, and I'm sure they're sharing, and I'm sure your people are sharing. What we brought the people on for tonight, of course, was to meet you, but we know that you are actually live in Brunswick, and so tell us what's going on. I know what I heard, but I want to hear it from you. You're down there. What's going on?
Well, right now, time I got here and I walked on the streets where Brother Arbery lost his life. There was a couple police officers out there making sure that their community is safe, so to speak. There was a reporter there from international news. Apparently, he's from overseas. They gave him a hard time because they just didn't want him in the neighborhood. So I literally got out the car and just walked along the street, feel the spirit and the vibe of what was going on. And on my way to Burger King, I get a breaking news from a friend reporter of mine, Trish Williford from Charlotte, and she had said that the father and son had been arrested. Travis and George, I believe their name is McMichaels, have been.
Hey y'all, I just received a message right during the course of this live stream. They going down to the jail right now. Brother just sent me a message and said that they about to get in the car and go to the jail, so they about to set it off. So we're gonna go ahead and then get the exclusive this morning, you know, with all this that's going on. You know what I'm saying? What they talking about was trending right now on social media. Because like I say, the brothers is gonna be going live when they go down to the jailhouse this morning. So you already know I'm tuned in. It's early. We up. Let's go, family. Let's go, man.
Been arrested for murder, for the killing of Brother Arbery. So, you know, we're excited that justice has worked in our favor. You know, in the 60s,
there was no charges. They were saying it was justified, right?
That's correct. I believe that if we're looking at it from a prosecutor's eyes, what the prosecutor sees. Let's take you down memory lane. George Zimmerman, because there was no camera, said that Trayvon was fighting him, right?
Right.
And then saying that because there was no camera, see, this time God gave us a video camera.
That's right.
During Trayvon, we didn't have the video camera. And so when God was talking to black people when Trayvon got shot, we just didn't hear it. You know, Farrakhan talked about the fact that when tragedies happen in his country, they put a pacifier in our mouth and rock us back to sleep.
Already.
So they killed Dr. King, shoot him 3 times, shoot him in his jaw in Tennessee, put a pacifier in his mouth, give us a national holiday and rock us back to sleep. They shoot Malcolm X in an Audubon ballroom 16 times, put a pacifier in the mouth and rock us back to sleep. They got bodies still floating in Katrina. But since we don't see it on CNN, they got a pacifier in our mouth and they put us back to sleep. So we went to sleep with Trayvon. And with Trayvon's shooting, black folks, black pastors, black leaders should have said no more. And yet still we're losing thousands. Now, the number one killer of black men is not the coronavirus. The number one killer of black men is not racist white men on the back of a truck shooting at a black man. 29% of the killings of black men happen from the hands of another black man. So we got an internal problem that's killing us. Cancer ain't killing us. Diabetes ain't killing us.
Right.
The number one killer of black men is us shooting each other.
That's what it is right there. It ain't got nothing to do with the food. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that crazy shit. It's us killing each other. We are among the number one damn killers right now, yo. We adding to the damn problem.
Don't be preached about. And you can Google it. Look at the number one killer black man. You would want us to die of old age or sickle cell or cancer. We dying from killing each other. So
That's
when
fact.
we see these type of cases where there's 2 white men that's shot a black man, know that that's a very small number. We got to deal with Junebug shooting Taterbug down the street. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And so in saying that they were arrested for murder, and I believe that they was not arrested because there was no camera. And in saying that, Zimmerman said Trayvon was fighting me. He had a little scratch on his head, and I really believe that's why he got off, because we couldn't prove it. This time we could prove it. Now, there's 2 dynamics why I think the 2 guys didn't get arrested. Number one, the coronavirus, because my courthouse is closed in Charlotte, and I'm sure your courthouse is closed.
Yeah.
So a lot of activities are not going on in the courthouse except for bond hearings. It's the only thing they're doing. And why do they do that? Because by law, if you go to jail within 72 hours, you have to go in front of a judge, whether you get a bond or not.
Right.
So no divorce, no major shoplifting cases, child support, nothing's being heard. And right now in Charlotte, they're saying we might not even go back to court to August. So in saying that, I think with this particular video being leaked, the media keeps saying leaked. God leaked it out. God leaked it out.
You hear that?
Because if there was not a video,
not opening the courts until August, y'all.
those guys would have said, nope, he tried to grab the gun. There's 2 witnesses and 1 dead body. And they would have still been sitting at home right now, chewing tobacco. So I believe that, God had opened that light up for us to get that video. And now they're in jail, right? Picture this. Visualize this. Father and son is sitting in a jail right now in Georgia. Sitting beside each other trying to say, I wonder how many years does murder carry? And so fight doesn't stop right here. See, it's important that I go to the bond hearing in the morning, that I drive down here 4 hours.
Right.
Those little pennies that Alex Haley gave Malcolm X. And go to court and make sure I look those guys in the eyes and that judge in the eyes to make sure we're not celebrating tonight, because they did this trick during Gina 6. See, when we were driving the Gina 6, people started relinquishing their titles. The DA stepped down and the city manager stepped down. About 4 people quit while we were en route to Gina, because they seen 31,000 people coming down there dressed in black, both black and white, and the city only holds 2,000 people. So we changed the course of history, not with a lawyer. We changed it with the unity of people. And that's what America's scared of. The biggest fear in America for the white man in this country. And I'm not racist. I'm just keeping 100.
Yeah, that's just keeping it a buck right there. That ain't being racist or none of that shit right there. And like I say, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have the exclusive to the exclusive. I'm gonna be checking in with them in the whole damn 9, because like I say, they're in a plight right now, you know what I'm saying, to make the voyage. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna drive 4 hours and then go to the jail, chop it up, and then see what's good now. So you already know I'm trying to get all of that work. We're gonna be going coast to coast, and then I'm gonna be opening up originally the way that I normally open up the live stream. I wanted to put y'all up on game. I'm gonna put links for Facebook for this live stream that will be held. And if there's any additional information in reference to anything, and I repeat, anything that takes place with this case, you already know, man, because we make it make sense. We'll make sure that we put that throughout the blog as well. Okay. All right, family. And y'all gonna see me in a minute. Like I say, shout out to John C. Barnett, founder of Thug. Shout out to the pastor, you know what I'm saying, the Apostle Rod and Pastor V. Like I said, I'm gonna have more coverage. It's early. I'm getting a lot of stuff together right now. Oh my goodness, man. It's a lot going on, man. I'm gonna try to have everything compartmentalized during my next live stream. And I also want to add to the live stream that took place last night that I missed. I'm gonna be waiting to get that Jim Jank up in my inbox too. We're gonna run that Jim Jank too. Okay. Shout out to Classic, shout out to Sexy K, Crystal 76, Icy Beam. Boom. I see y'all. Dugan, I see y'all, and we'll be back in a hot second. All right.